Guys, welcome back to another video, and today we have Season 4, Event number 9 of Monster Jam Holiday Racing. That is right, guys, this is the second to last event here in Season 4, and before we get things started here today, I am very quickly going to go over the top few trucks in the point standings. So as you guys can see, coming into today, Prowler is in the points lead with 27 points, and he has a 4-point lead on second place. Tasmanian Devil, he has 23, and then Hot Wheels with the black roll cage is 5 points behind with 22. Captain's Curse and Blue Thunder are tied with 21, and they are 6 points behind. So I pretty much think it's safe to say that the winner here of Season 4 is probably going to be one of those 5. I mean, it's probably going to be Prowler, but if it's not Prowler, it'll probably be one of the 4 behind him. Now, mathematically, anybody within 10 points can still win, but the trucks that have 18 and 17 points, basically for them, they would have to win both of the final 2 events and have Prowler lose in round 1 in both of those events, and have a few other things happen as well if they want to win. So like I said, I think it's safe to say that it's between those 5 trucks there for the championship. And now here is a look at all of the races here in round number 1. As you guys can see, Prowler, who is first place in the points, he will be taking on the 2014 Monster Mutt here in round number 1. And Tasmanian Devil, who is in second, he will be taking on Pirate's Curse. So those are the main 2 races to look forward to here in round number 1. So let's take a look at the races up close. We're going to kick things off with Son of a Digger taking on Megalodon. And then we're going to go down here. Now, here is the second row, and as always, if you guys don't know what truck you're in, just go down to the comments below where I will be posting a pinned comment with the entire field of trucks. So yeah, guys, those are all the races here in round number 1. Now, best of luck to everybody, especially those of you guys that are still battling it out for the championship. And if you lose in round 1, you will get 1 point. So without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Son of a Digger taking on Megalodon. So event number 9 is underway. And the first win is going to go to Megalodon. Next up, we have a very important race between Old Tool Gravedigger and Captain's Curse. And that is going to hurt Captain's Curse big time. He loses in round 1 to the Old Tool Gravedigger. Next up, we have another big race. We have Orange El Toro Loco taking on third place in the point standings, Hot Wheels with the black roll cage. He needs this win. And just like Captain's Curse, he is eliminated in round 1 as well. Man, oh man, everything is just shaping into Prowler's favor right now, as next up we have Zombie taking on TMNT. And, ooh, they both roll over there. I think it's going to be TMNT, but let's take a look from the aerial view. Ooh, that's actually very close. Let's go straight down. And just barely, TMNT is going to take the win. Next up, we have the 2017 Monster Mutt taking on New Tool Gravedigger. And it's going to go to Gravedigger. Next up, we have Mohawk Warrior taking on Mechanical Mischief. And it's going to go to Mohawk Warrior with a block, defeating Mechanical Mischief, who was the runner-up in Event 8. Next up, we have Dragon taking on the 2011 Monster Mutt. And it's going to go to Dragon. Next up, we have Michigan Ice Monster taking on Red El Toro Loco. And, ooh, that is a very close race. Red El Toro Loco went way to the left, but is it enough to take the win? We're going to go straight down, and it looks like it is going to be Red El Toro Loco, just barely. Next up, we have Batman taking on Higher Education. And it's going to go to Batman. Next up, we have a very, very important race. Tasmanian Devil is honestly the only truck right now that is within reasonable striking distance of Prowler in the point standings. He's taking on Pirate's Curse. Can he get it done? No, he will not. It goes to Pirate's Curse. Man, Prowler hasn't even raced yet, and everything is shaping into his favor. As next up, we have Iron Man taking on Gravedigger Track Ace. And, ooh, they both roll over, and Iron Man probably would have had the win, but he rolled backwards, and I think it's going to go to Gravedigger Track Ace. Let's see. Yes, it is. That rollback costed Iron Man. Here is the race we have all been waiting for. We have the 2014 Monster Mutt taking on your points leader, Prowler. And Monster Mutt is going to take the win. Next up, we have Stone Crusher taking on the White Roll Cage Hot Wheels. And it's going to go to Hot Wheels. Next up, we have another big race. Blue Thunder comes into this event in 4th place in the standings. He's taking on Avenger. And he is going to take the win. Next up, we have Soldier Fortune taking on Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And they both roll over. Man, there have been a lot of rollovers that have resulted in close finishes. Ooh, we're going to go straight down. I think it might be Soldier Fortune, maybe? Oh, I don't know. Is that Soldier Fortune? Let's take a look from the side angle. Oh, man, I think it might be too close to call there. Sorry if you guys disagree with the call, but we're going to have to do a rerun. That is just too close. All right, so we have switched up the lanes, and here goes the rerun. And it's going to go to Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Next up, we have the final race of round number 1, which is going to be between Max D and Crustacean. And it's going to go to Max D. All right, guys, so here is a look at all of the trucks that have lost in round number 1, which means they will get 1 point for this event. And now it is time for round number 2. We are down to 16 trucks. So here's a look at all the races. Now, one thing I am just going to mention, since Prowler lost in round number 1, that means the trucks that came into this event with 17 or 18 points that are still in this event right now, technically they still have a chance. There's actually 3 of them. They are Megalodon, Dragon, and Batman. So those 3 trucks, the very first step for them to win the championship was Prowler to lose in round 1 here today. He would have to do it again in the next event, and that is not the hardest part. They would have to go win the final 2 events, this one and the next one. So it's just something to keep an eye on. You know, that is very, very, very unlikely for that to happen, but you know, never say never, and I did just want to point that out. But anyways, guys, if you lose in this round, you will get 2 points. And without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Megalodon taking on the Old Tool Gravedigger. So round number 2 is underway. And there goes Megalodon. Now it's just down to Dragon and Batman. Next up, we have Orange El Toro Loco taking on TMNT. And they both roll over. It's going to go to Orange El Toro Loco. Next up, we have New Tool Gravedigger taking on Mohawk Warrior. And it's going to go to New Tool Gravedigger. Remember, if Dragon or Batman win this event here today, mathematically they would still have a shot. Dragon is racing here. He's taking on Red El Toro Loco. And there goes Dragon. It's just down to Batman now. And speaking of Batman, here he is. In the next race, he is going to be taking on Pirate's Curse. And, ooh, it is going to be Batman, I think. Yes, it is. Batman is going to edge out Pirate's Curse. Next up, we have Gravedigger Track Ace taking on the 2014 Monster Mutt. And it's going to go to Gravedigger Track Ace in another good race. So like I had mentioned before, coming into today, the top 5 in the point standings were realistically the only ones that still had a shot. And the only one of those 5 that is still in is Blue Thunder, and he's racing now against the White Roll Cage Hot Wheels. Man, oh man, each win for Blue Thunder really helps him out. He's going to take the win there. Next up, we have the final race of round number 2 between Monster Mutt Rottweiler and Max D. And it's going to go to Monster Mutt Rottweiler. All right, guys, so here is a look at all of the trucks that lost in round number 2, which means they will get 2 points for this event. And now it is time for round number 3, otherwise known as the quarterfinals. So if you lose in this round, you get 3 points. And without further ado, we're going to kick things off with Old Tool Gravedigger taking on Orange El Toro Loco, who is going to be the first person to move on to the semifinals. It is going to be Old Tool Gravedigger in a very close race. Next up, we have New Tool Gravedigger taking on Red El Toro Loco. And it's going to go to Red El Toro Loco. Next up, we have Batman, who is trying to keep his very, very, very slim championship hopes alive as he's taking on Gravedigger Track Ace. Well, there it goes. Gravedigger Track Ace takes the win, and Batman is not going to repeat another championship because he was the winner of Season 3. Next up, we have the final race until the semifinals, which is going to be between Blue Thunder and Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Oh, is it Blue Thunder? That is very close. Man, oh man, this is crucial for the championship hunt for Blue Thunder. We're going straight down, and it looks like he is just going to edge out Monster Mutt Rottweiler. All right, guys, so here is a look at all of the trucks that lost in round number 3, which means they will get 3 points for this event. And now we are down to the semifinals. So let's go over the field of trucks. Inside of the Old Tool Gravedigger, we have Gravedigger. Inside of Red El Toro Loco, we have Doomsday 5155. Inside of Gravedigger Track Ace, we have Shock Shooter. And inside of Blue Thunder, we have Mega Monster Jam 97A. 97A. So Blue Thunder, like I said, he is still very much in the championship hunt, especially after making it all the way to the semifinals here today. Now, he is actually the only other truck besides Prowler to have 2 event championships this season. He won events number 2 and 7. However, he had just not been as consistent as Prowler in this season, which is why he is a little bit behind him in the point standings. But after today, depending on what happens here, we're going to have to wait and see if that will continue. Now, the only other truck here that has won an event so far this season is Red El Toro Loco. He won event number 1, and he has honestly done pretty bad after that, but he made another semifinals appearance here, and maybe he's going to go get the championship. We're just going to have to wait and find out. But anyways, guys, without further ado, we're going to kick things off with the Old Tool Gravedigger taking on Red El Toro Loco. So who is going to go to the championship race? Is it going to be Gravedigger or Doomsday 5155? It is going to be Doomsday 5155 in the Red El Toro Loco, making his second championship race appearance this season. So congratulations to Doomsday 5155 for moving on to the championship race. And man, oh man, Gravedigger in the Old Tool Gravedigger, you were so close, man, but unfortunately you have fallen short here today. So better luck in event number 10, and you're going to collect 4 points for this event. So who is going to meet Doomsday 5155 in the Red El Toro Loco in the championship race? Is it going to be Shock Shooter in Gravedigger Track Ace or Mega Monster Jam 97A in Blue Thunder? It is going to be Gravedigger Track Ace with a block. Oh man, Gravedigger Track Ace moves on, and Shock Shooter is going to the championship race. I can barely even hold the truck because of the tires, but he is moving on to the championship race like I said. And man, oh man, Mega Monster Jam 97A has fallen just short of making his third championship race appearance this season. I'm so sorry, man. Better luck in event number 10, and good luck at going to get that championship, but you're going to collect 4 points for this event. So these two trucks both lost in the semifinals, which means they will both get 4 points. And now we are down to the championship race. So inside of Red El Toro Loco, we have Doomsday 5155. And again, like I said, Red El Toro Loco won the very first event this season, event number 1. He has struggled since then, but he finally got it together here today, and he's looking to become the third 2-time champion this season. And he is going to be taking on the Gravedigger Track Ace here in the championship race, which is being driven by Shock Shooter. So let's find out who it's going to be. The winner of Monster Jam Holiday Racing Season 4, Event number 9, is going to be none other than... It is going to be Doomsday 5155 in the Red El Toro Loco. Congratulations, man. This is your second win this season. You definitely haven't been the most consistent this season, but however, 2 event championships is still very impressive nonetheless. So congratulations, man, and you are going to get 6 points here today. And man, oh man, the Track Ace Tires Gravedigger, you are going to get 5 points, and the driver is Shock Shooter. I am so sorry, man. You were so close. Better luck in event number 10 to you, and you're going to collect 5 points here today. But anyways, guys, congratulations one last time to Doomsday 5155 in Red El Toro Loco for winning, and now I'm going to total up the current point standings, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so here's the updated point standings after this event. Now I know there's a lot of information right here which I will go over in just a second, but as far as the points, Prowler is still in the lead with 28, and he has a 3-point lead on second place Blue Thunder with 25, and then you guys can see right there is third place Tasmanian Devil with 24, fourth is Hot Wheels with the Black Roll Cage with 23. Now those are the only 4 trucks that mathematically still have a shot at the championship, so everybody from 5th place on down with 22 points or less, they have all been eliminated from championship contention. Now, what is in parentheses next to these names, you guys might be wondering? That is basically how they can win the championship. So for Prowler, I didn't put anything because it's pretty simple. He should win the championship as long as he doesn't choke in round 1 or any of these other 3 trucks go on to win the event, then Prowler should be the champion. But here is how the other 3 trucks can do it. I'm actually going to mention Hot Wheels first because it's pretty simple. He has to win the event. No matter what, he has to win the event, and Prowler has to lose in round 1. That is what has to happen for Hot Wheels to win. And actually, that would only be to tie Prowler. If there's a tie, I'm not sure what we would do. We would probably do like a sudden death match between those 2 trucks. But anyways, Blue Thunder, he can win the event and have Prowler lose in round 1, 2, or 3. Or if he loses in the championship race and Prowler loses in round 1 or 2, or if Blue Thunder loses in the semifinals and Prowler loses in round 1. That is how Blue Thunder can win the championship. And as for Tasmanian Devil, it's pretty similar, although he is 1 point behind Blue Thunder, so he has to win the event and have Prowler lose in round 1 or 2, or he has to lose in the championship race and have Prowler lose in round 1. So as you guys can see, it is very, very confusing, but for those of you guys that understand it, I just wanted to put that there. And the final thing that I did want to mention before I show the rest of the point standings is I'm not sure if you guys remember, but after the first 6 events, Tasmanian Devil really looked like the truck to beat. He had like a 2 or 3 point lead, and he was just dominating through the first 6 events, but in events 7, 8, and 9, he has lost in round 1 3 times in a row, and that's what puts him back in 3rd place, 4 points behind the lead. So basically, if none of these trucks here make it to at least the semifinals, then Prowler is the winner. So it's going to be tough. Prowler is probably going to win, but never say never for the other 3 behind him. But anyways, here's the rest of the point standings. Even though everybody else has mathematically been eliminated from championship contention, I'm still going to show you guys the rest of the list. So let's just scroll through here so you guys can see your truck and how many points you have. So we're getting towards the bottom here. And as you guys can see, Son of a Digger is in dead last now all by himself because Mohawk Warrior did make it to round 2 here today. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. So here is a look at your championship competitors going into the final event. So best of luck to all 4 of you guys in the final event. Khan, Mega Monster Jam 97A, One Bad Ghoul Rhinomite 2008, and Starfire VT. You 4 will be battling for the championship in event number 10. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video here today. So if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you guys do subscribe as always, and then make sure to leave a like on the video, turn on post notifications, and comment anything you guys want to down in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.